Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. Good to see. I knew it! I have sand or like glitter. I think it's glitter. I don't know how that happened, but I have glitter on my hands. I accept. I'll accept that. I'm just curious as to where it came from. I just unpacked my stuff. I have returned. I have returned from my travels. I am here. I am back in the States. If you are new here, welcome and thank you so much for your subscription. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Chrissy Lynn. Hi. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. If for anybody who is new here, my name is Sophie. I am your friendly tarot reader. All of my donation information can be found at the top of the chat, as well as in the body of the video and throughout the chat as well. Today I am we're switching things up just a wee bit here. I am using the beautiful Dream Keepers Tarot. I'm sure a lot of you are probably familiar with it. It's a very, very beautiful deck. Hey Austin, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I saw that you went live earlier. I was driving, so I couldn't pop on. I was stuck in traffic. But I hope you had a wonderful live today. So I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. I answer a lot of romance questions, but I also answer a lot of finance, a lot of career questions. It was slow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, some nights are slow, some days are slow, some days are crazy busy, some nights are crazy busy. It can be very, very unpredictable. Just depending on, I think really just depending on what's going on with people in the world and, or at least when it comes to like, especially like my regular clients, like sometimes they don't have questions and there's other times where there's a flurry of questions that they need answered. So it can, it goes either way. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are indeed interested in, please let me know. I will need to know their name, their date of birth, their date of passing, and their relation to you. And it's always helpful to have a picture as well, but it's not necessary. I also offer soulmate confirmation readings. Speaking of romance, if there is somebody in your life who you are curious as to whether they are indeed a soulmate of yours or not, we can directly ask your angels, your spirit guides, if someone is indeed a soulmate of yours. What is going on with this? Sorry, 1 second here. No. We can ask your spirit guides if the person you are interested in is indeed a soulmate. Alternatively, we can also ask your spirit guides if they give their blessing towards the person in question. And when they do give their blessing, it is a BFD. It is a very big deal. It is not to be taken lightly. They do give their blessing. I definitely have seen them give their blessing. But more often than not, I do find that they are very, very, they really, really want what's best for us. So to get Spirit's blessing can sometimes be difficult. But when you do have Spirit's blessing, it's very much a sure thing. Consistency is always really important with anything, for sure, Austin. Absolutely. That's what's definitely, especially when I first started, like that. There were times where things would be like very, very slow, and then all of a sudden they would just blow up, and then like there would be a lack of consistency, either I'd have like gone or whatever, and then consistency is always very important there. I also offer past life regression therapy. That's something that I have been studying since I was very, very young. I have regressed others, and I have been regressed myself. And I discovered a way of utilizing tarot um, in order to illustrate people's past lives, and they can be done for any number of reasons. They don't have to be done just for the sake of illuminating something in your life right now. They can be done for absolutely any reason at all, and it's always just fascinating to discover one's soul's tapestry, one's past lives. As I mentioned earlier, I do answer a lot of romance questions. And for those, I highly recommend my TFI spread. It's at no additional donation amount, and it could be done with a 5-card reading or a 10 or a 15. And it answers 3 questions in one. It answers what the person's thoughts are towards you, what their feelings are towards you, as well as their intentions, your general energies, and their general energies. So it really answers 5 things in one. And it also doesn't necessarily have to be for a romantic partner. I've done the thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread for all sorts of people, for people's friends, for coworkers, family members, etc. So it can really run the gamut there. It can be used for definitely a multitude of ways. I also offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings. I offer them by appointment only if you are interested in that, and those are one-on-one over Zoom, and it's the same setup as here. You see the cards, you see me. If you want me to see you, I can see you. I can hear you, or if you don't want me to hear you, you can type to me, but you will hear me, and at the very if you don't want to see me, you don't have to see me, but you will at the very least hear me and see the cards laid out. As well as there's the added bonus of privacy and that a live stream just can't offer, discretion, and time. It gives you that one-on-one personal time to give me all the backstory that you feel is necessary. If there's multiple questions that you need to have answered, we can answer. There's no limit to how many questions we can answer. There's no limit to how many cards I can pull for you. We just go with the flow and we get to the bottom of things. Alternatively, I also offer private readings at no additional donation amount, but those they do have the convenience of, well, they have discretion. They do have discretion that a live stream does not offer. But they also offer the convenience if you don't see me online for a certain number of days and you have a question that you need me to answer, you can simply send me your donation and I will get back to you at the very longest in 24 hours, but I can always get back to you usually within 2 to 3 hours. I always have a deck of cards on me, and I answer your questions over either DMs on Instagram, via voice memos. If you don't use Instagram or if you don't want to use Instagram, we can always do it typed over email. So with that having been said, I believe that is my spiel. So that means that the donation queue is currently open. So if you have a question that has been burning in your mind and you want me to answer it for you tonight, I am here for you. Thank you so much. Hey Crystal, yes, I am on and I will still be on in 10 minutes, so I can't wait to read for you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for your donation, Miss Crystal. Thank you, thank you. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Something's going on with my lights. There we go. That was weird. So me and Corey had a big argument, but we made up today. Okay. but things are going well overall. Do you want me to just ask what his thoughts are to you, or do you want me to ask his thoughts, feelings, and intentions? And what is his sign? Okay. Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? Angels, masters, and spirit guides, what are Corey's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Crystal? And you're not sure of his sign. I think he's still a player, but our relationship is extremely new, so I don't know if I should wait it out and see how it unfolds. I was just, Crystal, I'm not joking. I was just going to ask you what the argument was about, and then I was like, no, I won't get into it. But I kept on seeing the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups when I was shuffling, girl. And I was wondering if the argument might have had to do with suspicions of other women. But let's get into what the cards are saying here. We have the Queen of Cups reversed, the Eight of Swords, the Star reversed, King of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles. So starting with your current energies, we have the Queen of Cups reverse. You are feeling disappointed. You're feeling as though you were his queen or were on the way to being his Queen of Cups, but you're just not so sure now. His general energy, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is telling me that he very much still values you and does value you and does consider you a divine feminine counterpart in his world. However, when it comes to his thoughts, we have the Eight of Swords here. The Eight of Swords is all about imprisonment. It's all about imprisonment. It's all about feeling bound and trapped. And if his thoughts right now are feeling bound and trapped, I mean, there could be a number of reasons why. It could be he doesn't want to be bound in a relationship, or it could be he feels bound, like he's in the doghouse, like he's in trouble, like he's gotten in trouble. His feelings, we have the Star reversed. He's feeling kind of hopeless right now. I think I don't want to say he feels guilty for whatever the argument was, but I think there's a certain level of hopelessness here in terms of, I don't want to say getting his way or like winning, but I guess having his thoughts heard and recognized. his intentions, we have the King of Pentacles. That tells me that he definitely still intends to keep you in his life, but the energy that I'm getting is that he wants things on his own terms. And I've gotten that in a lot of readings. I don't just say that because that's a common thing. But this is just what I'm seeing. Is it looks like he's happy to be in a relationship with you, so long as things are on his own terms. Again, I don't know exactly what the argument was about, but again, if he's thinking that he's bound in some way, that's not a good headspace to be in, especially at the beginning of a relationship. Yes, it seems like like it's his way. I hear you. And I'm not one that makes me even more curious about what his astrological sign is. Because certain signs are more, I don't know, more controlling than others sometimes, or need things more their own way. And we just received a donation. Please let me know what your username is in the chat so I can add you. I just got really, really cold all of a sudden, so I'm gonna put my jacket on. I'm hella cold. Hi, donated on Cashapp. Sophie, thank you so much for your donation, love. And thank you so much for your donation as well, Crystal. I hope I brought you clarity there. And much love and light to you. And I things certainly shouldn't be just on his own terms. That's not fair. My cozy jacket on. You're so welcome. You are very, very welcome, Crystal. Thank you. Sophie, thank you for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. All right, Miss Sophie. Will I be in a relationship with Javier this year if I open up? Let's see. And what is your sign and what is Javier's sign? Yeah, I was gonna ask so you're not talking very much. I'm in like a shy thing going on. Like, does he like me or should I back off energy? That's me. Okay. So do you want me to ask if you should back off, or do you want me to ask if you guys will be in a relationship if you open up? Or do you want to read his energies? Okay, yeah, because it's always tough. It's always tough opening up. It's scary. It's scary being vulnerable, and especially you being a Capricorn, love. Capricorns, from my experience, I'm an Aquarius, but the Capricorns that I've had a lot of Capricorn friends. I've dated Capricorns, and this is how I see it: is you guys are goats, right? You're represented by the goat. You plod along the mountain, and you plod high, and you're successful. You're good at what you do, and you don't let things stand in your way. And it can be very hard for Capricorns to open up. I always say this. I don't know if you've ever heard me say this on my channel, but I say this all the time about Capricorns. It's not anyone's fault. I mean, I'm an Aquarius. So I'm useless with romance in my own world, in my own way. But with Capricorns, men, I think it's harder for them to open up, easier for female Capricorns. But that when you open up, you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable. You're allowing yourself to fall. You're allowing yourself to fully fall in love, and that can be scary. That because we never know what the outcome will be. But let's see what the energies are looking like right now, because that's what tarot is all about. It's about current energies. They can change, but this is what it looks like right now. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Sophie and Javier be in a relationship if she opens up to him? Okay. Can't believe how cold it got all of a sudden. Oh my god. Okay, we have Knight of Swords reversed, the Devil reversed. Capricorn is the Devil card. That's your card. Five of Swords reversed. That's my card for today. King of Swords reversed. And 10 of Pentacles reversed. This is one of those answers that I hate giving. The answers that I hate giving are no's, are solid no's. And this is not a solid no. This is not a solid no, but it's also not a solid yes, which is kind of what I was thinking, because we are reading current energies. If you were to open up to him, I thought this was 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Yeah, if you were to open up to him, it would definitely get the gears going with this Knight of Swords. It would definitely get him thinking. And I think, and possibly open up to you, whether he is interested in you, or whether he's not interested in romance at this time with anybody, or if he is interested in you and does want romance with you. But it's going to get the gears turning. But with this Devil reversed card, this to me is lack of attachment. 10 of Pentacles reversed, the Devil reversed. This to me shows lack of attachment, unfortunately. But with this King of, and then with this King of Swords reversed, this is telling me that I don't know if you're, I think you even said that your current energy, you're not ready. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. This King of Swords reverse I get is more energy from you. And doesn't and it's not manipulative, because King of Swords reverse is often manipulative energy. That's not the energy I'm getting from this card. The energy I'm getting from this card is you're not, it's not time for you to open up to him yet. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't open up to him, because I think you should. Give it a chance. If you don't, you'll never know. I'll be honest, I opened up to a Capricorn. I didn't get the answer I wanted. But if I had never opened up to him, I never would have known. And I don't regret that. And we're still friends. And I'm not bitter at all. I sound bitter, but I'm totally not. I'm really not. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I also see that too with this Five of Swords reverse. So you're not going to feel defeat, whether he says yes or no, or whether this becomes a romantic relationship or nay. You won't feel defeat. You will feel a sense of at the very least relief. But with this King of Swords reverse, this is telling me that there's more to be thought through, more to take into consideration in terms of what you want to communicate to him, in terms of everything that you're wanting to express to him and open up to him about. Unfortunately, this Ten of Pentacles reversed is telling me that the two of you may not be on the same page. This is current energies. That's another reason why it might not be the right, I don't think it's the right time, is I think that the two of you are on two different wavelengths, a little bit, different energies. Doesn't mean it's going to be that way forever. So in short, I do encourage you to open up to him, not immediately, which is normally what I see. I normally see the answer I normally see is yes, take that chance. It's always worth taking that chance. That's the wisdom of the Fool. But in this case, Spirit is saying that there's more to take into consideration within you, and what you're looking for from him, what you're looking to give him in a connection. Really visualizing what an ideal connection with him would look like. Yeah. So that is what I'm seeing for you, love. Don't let the. I certainly hope this didn't discourage you. I hope it actually encouraged you. You got an ad? Okay. Well, you should be able to rewind it. But the last thing I said, I believe, you can always rewind it. But the last thing I believe I said was, I was surprised that Spirit said to wait. Normally, Spirit says go right for it, but Spirit is saying that there's more to take into consideration. I think it is a lot about visualization and like really visualizing, getting a really strong idea as to what it is you're looking for from him and what it is you're looking to provide for him as well. Yeah. Who is this? Hey, Tim McGee. How are you doing, my friends? Yeah, I don't know how long you've known Javier, but Spirit is just saying it's too soon, which is good. Which is good. You know, slow and steady always wins the race, and Spirit's definitely saying yes. Hi, Miss Wendy. You did? I just got a spam call, so that's probably why I didn't hear your donation. We also received donation from Tim McGee as well. Thank you so much, Tim, and thank you so much, Wendy. I need to clean off that bell because somehow it got sticky, gross. Thank you so much, Miss Sophie. Your name is my name too. It's always so fun reading for you because it's very rare. I don't know many Sophies, so when I get to communicate with a Sophie, it's always fun. Much love and light to you. Tim McGee, thank you so much for your donation. So you would like a 5-card question. You have got it, my friend. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. I've been battling this little headache all day. I just took an Excedrin. Hopefully that'll kill whatever's lingering here. I probably just really need to hydrate. You're very welcome, Sophie. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry. Please, sorry, one moment here. Just, I'll be right back. Sophie, I don't know if you're still there. Sophie, are you still there by any chance? Because it's not. I'm wondering if this was sent to the wrong. Is Sophie still here by any chance? Let me check one thing. Yep, that's what happened. I don't know what to do about this. She sent it to the wrong one. I should have checked that. I'm not on top of my game. Okay, so sorry about that, Tim. Where should you focus on in your career? Let's see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, where should Tim focus on in his career? Okay. We have Page of Cups, the World, Judgment, Queen of Wands reversed, and Three of Wands. Wow. What do you do? You gotta let me know. What do you do? I normally wouldn't ask this, but what do you do for a living currently? This is beautiful. Wow. You've got a lot of opportunities here, and this is one of the hardest. I should have mentioned this. My brain is not. Obviously, I thought it was sharper, but this is actually. I normally mention this before I even ask the question. This is one of the most difficult questions to ask. I remember when I was at a crossroads in my career, I was asking tarot a lot, what direction do I go in? What am I supposed to do? And it was always the vaguest thing in the whole wide world. It was always so vague. The only questions that ever came up that were vague. And not vague, but definitely not like super specific. But if I had something in mind, then it was able to confirm or deny. You've been a remodel contractor. Okay. Because what I'm getting here, starting with this Page of Cups, is something creative. Something creative. Now, I don't know, and I know that's very, very, I work in the creative field. It is not an easy place to make money. It can be very difficult at times, and very patience trying. The Page of Cups also, and I thought about this too, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go in a creative direction, Tim, with your career. This Page of Cups is also about, and I see this with this Three of Wands, it's about assessing things. It's about assessing what are your skills? What skills do you have? What do you consider to be your best skills beyond what you do already? But Three of Wands is like looking out, I mean, I don't know if you're seeing the art here, but like surveying your kingdom, surveying your agency, your power, your strengths, your value. And Page of Cups is very, very similar. Page of Cups is very, very similar in with creativity. There's no bounds, right? When we're in free creative flow, I have many skills, been blessed. Yeah. So this is really a matter of and I'm seeing that here with the world, man, and judgment. Spirit is literally saying the world is your oyster. This is one of the best readings I've ever seen. Honestly, this is arguably the best career reading I've ever seen, Tim. And this channel will be 5 years old in 2 weeks. That's how long I've been professionally reading. I don't think I've ever seen a career question come up with this great of an answer. This is exactly what I would want to see. Spirit is saying the world is your oyster, man. You can go in so many different directions. It does make it more tough. It does make it more, well, I wouldn't say more tough. It makes it tough, sure. And that was my issue too. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I've got a lot of skills, a lot to offer. And it's hard to focus on which one in particular. And honestly, the best thing I would suggest, like furtively suggest, would be this Judgment card right here in the center. I mean, the Judgment card isn't about making a list of pros and cons, but it is assessment. It's judging, what would be best for me. I would literally sit down, I would sit down, dude. I would sit down and make a list, if you haven't already, as to the things that you would like to embark on career-wise, the things that you would excel at, the things that you would make money at, make good money. Yeah, do a pro-con list, or not even a pro-con list, but see which one has the best, which would provide the best for you financially, emotionally, spiritually, health-wise, physically, and don't compare your journey to anybody else's. Your journey is unique to you and you alone. You are very, very special. Everybody is a special and unique snowflake. But don't compare. Do your very best to, which is interesting because I was always getting the Queen of Wands. When I would ask about my career questions, it was always look around you. My advice that I was constantly getting, it was vague, but the clearest advice I was getting was look around you, and observe people people that you admire, people you respect, and see what they do, and if it's something that you're capable of doing and wanting to do, excuse me, blowing my nose. If it's something that you're capable of doing and wanting to do, then get right into it. I was encouraged by my guides to compare myself to others. That was what was going to guide me. Spirit is saying don't. Spirit is saying you don't need to compare yourself to others. I mean, do in the sense of, when you're looking at each career path, look at how people have succeeded and not succeeded, vice versa. But this is great. This is really, really good, Tim. This is wonderful. You've got It is tough, I know, but it's a lot tougher when you have like when and there's a lot of people. It's unfortunate, but there's a lot of people who have a very difficult time naming just one skill that they think that they have or one value that they think that they could provide to the working world. That makes things a lot more difficult because then you don't know. Then you have no direction to go. But you have that world card, you have many different directions to go, my friend. So, very, very good stuff. Very good stuff. So that is what I am seeing for you, my friend. Thank you so much, Tim. I really appreciate you, and I certainly hope that I brought you clarity this evening. Miss Wendy, thank you so much for your donation, love. Thank you, thank you. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. I have had repetitive messages that I have all I need to make it happen. There you go. There you go. You're very welcome, Tim. You are very welcome. Are my coworkers purposefully trying to minimize my contact with Samuel at work? I notice they get tense and don't want to mention him around me. Okay. Are my coworkers purposefully trying to minimize my contact with Samuel at work? Okay. Use messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel at her work? Use messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel at work? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel at work? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel at work? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel at work? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel at work? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel at work? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel at her work? Ancient messengers and spirit guides. Are Wendy's coworkers purposefully trying to minimize her contact with Samuel at her work? We have Two of Swords reversed, the Magician reversed, the Hermit reversed, Nine of Cups, and Page of Cups. Hermit reversed, the Magician reversed, Two of Swords reversed. Yeah. The Magician reversed. That's. I mean, I don't want to say, you said that you question if they were purposefully trying to minimize your contact with Samuel at your work. Would we call that manipulation? I would. Yeah. I mean, it's trying to prevent something from happening. They're trying to prevent you from seeing him. There's something about hiding here. The Magician reversed, the Hermit reversed. I want some clarity on a few things here. I'm pretty sure I know what this Two of Swords is alluding to here. The Magician reversed, the Hermit reversed, or those were the first cards. There was like, yeah, yeah, I think the Two of Swords reversed is actually you, hon. Two of Swords reversed is often indicative of intuition, of a hunch. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is or what they think is going to happen. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out too. What is the advantage here for them? Are they trying to protect you? Are they trying to gain something here? That's what I can't quite understand. That was the first thing I was trying to figure out. We have this Nine of Cups and this Page of Cups here. Are there coworkers of yours that you may suspect want him romantically? I'm going out on a limb there. I didn't get that, like, psychically or energetically. That's just more, I'm just kind of, that's just conjecture there. I wonder if Samuel complained about me. I don't know. They're all men, so I don't know. Huh. Maybe some of them are gay. No, I'm just kidding. Well, he's not, so I mean, there's no point there. I mean, even if he did talk poorly about you, is he that tight with them? Like, is he like really tight with them, like bros, and they're like watching out for him and wanting to protect him? Is that what's going on? Because someone's finding some kind of satisfaction from this. I mean, he might tell them that he doesn't want me to work with him. Of course you can. Of course. Yeah, I wish I was able to answer in this. I'll tell you. I mean, and of course, yeah, of course. But I will finish with, yeah. Someone's definitely not getting off on this, but it could be a power trip thing too. But it's bringing some kind of satisfaction. Just very odd. How much longer is Samuel there for? Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, love. Oh. And they kept on having other people follow up with Samuel instead of me. It's kind of keeping me out of the loop. Yeah, that's really unprofessional. Okay. Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are some of Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are some of Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are some of Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Angels, Ministers, and Spirit Guides, why are some of Wendy's coworkers trying to minimize contact between her and Samuel? Queen of Cups reversed, Six of Swords, Six of Cups, Page of Swords reversed, and Three of Cups. They keep on having other people follow. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think they've heard some blah blah, and I think they're feeling like they're protecting him in some way. We've got the Six of Cups right here in the center, which is definitely a communication card. And while I don't think that they think that you're a bad person by any means, I just think that they feel like the two of you should work together as little as possible, Even though that's not their effing decision, it doesn't sound like to me. I do believe he had some negative things to say about you, that he was not over. I think he pretended to be over them with the Six of Swords, but it's something that still brings him down and disappoints him with this Page of Swords reverse. And I think he's turned it into, oh, she's difficult for me to work with, or something to that effect. But I also get misinformation too with this Queen of Cups reversed. Like, I feel like he's saying things. I don't think he found it difficult to work with you, other than the fact that he wasn't able to be romantically involved with you. And perhaps that's even still a distraction now. But with this Three of Cups, yeah, I've seen, it looks like people are this contingency of coworkers has kind of banded together in some friendship solidarity with him, or at least coworker solidarity with him, thinking that this is for the best. But what I actually get more from this, especially with this Page of Swords reverse, is and I kept on seeing the Magician reverse when I was shuffling just now. Again, it didn't come up this time, but I was seeing it again. I do believe that there's a certain level of manipulation, and like, I don't want to say pleasure and manipulation, but like just abuse of power, if that makes sense. Trying to control things from behind the scenes when they shouldn't or needn't be controlled. You know, it's a very odd situation, obviously, and it's I can only imagine it being stressful, and not a favorable situation. I wonder if it's Samuel or someone else. What do you mean by that? If you wonder if it's Samuel or someone else. Who I mean, people used to witness him flirting with me in meetings. You wonder if it's Samuel telling them things? I think I do think Samuel has been telling some people some things. And I don't think he's being honest. I think it's I still think he's disappointed. Like, is he the one manipulating the situation? I think so. I think he's got a band of people together to get involved in groupthink here. You know? I do think he said some things. And I think that they feel as though they are protecting you in some way. It's not right. It's not okay. But I strongly feel it's him. Yeah, they witnessed you and him flirting in meetings. But I get the sense, I just get the sense that he's the type to brood, and in his brooding, he's saying things that are untrue. He's complaining about things that aren't legitimate. He's deflecting. What he's really bitter and upset about is that he couldn't be with you romantically, or he wasn't able to be with you romantically, and perhaps that does make it difficult for him to have to be able to work with you, but that's just called being a grown-up. You know, you don't have to be friends with someone, but you got to be able to work with them. It's really messed up, because I wouldn't bring my feelings into work like that. I think it's very messed up. I really do. And because this just doesn't come out of the blue. you know, it's clear that your intuition is serving you, that there is some contingency of fellow employees who are trying to minimize your contact with him, your communication with him. I don't think it's a matter of him pulling away intentionally. I think his levels of bitterness and definitely his levels of emotional maturity are extremely low. And perhaps this was his way of feeling like he could take control of the situation in some effed up way. Yeah, it's really not right. If this is the 100% absolute truth, which is what it looks like and sounds like from what you're telling me, yeah, it's definitely not right, love. It's messed up. It's messed up. I'm really sorry that he did that. You don't deserve that, and you didn't treat him badly. You were both disappointed, but the ball was in his court. You know, we've said this, but to continue this on is just not. It's just even worse. Yeah, he's also refused to come to our morning meetings. He's really hell-bent. I really think he's hell-bent against working with you, but the team still handpicked me for this project because you're worth it, because you're good at what you do. You showed that you were able to do a good job the last time, so why wouldn't they handpick you for this project? I feel like he's the one that's pulling away, and in order to have more power in pulling away, he is trying to bring other people onto his team, so to speak. Does that make sense? Because he's only got so much power, you know? But if he can get some of your coworkers to get their sympathy and be like, hey, you know, it's really hard for me to work with her. I don't know what he said to them. I don't know if he said she broke my heart because we couldn't be together, or it broke my heart and it's hard for me to be around her, or she was difficult to work with. I don't know. I don't know what he's saying specifically, but whatever it is, he's, again, doesn't feel comfortable doing things on his own. Doesn't feel that he can do. I feel there's a lot of things he feels that he can't do autonomously, can't do on his own. So he brings others onto the team, brings others on board. We have it here with this Three of Cups, bringing other people on board to his mindset, his sad ass mindset. This Page of Swords reverse. You know, this is like primo deflection. Primo deflection. He's upset about one thing, and he's saying that it's another. I'm really sorry, Wendy. When's he gonna be done? When's he gonna be gone and done? And so wait, so he's not actually physically there? Does he work? Does he work remotely now? Yeah. So you've noticed that he deflects a lot. Because this sounds like classic deflection. It really does. Sounds like classic deflection. We know what he's upset about. Boo-hoo. You know, he's based in Germany. Okay. I was in Germany the other day. So freaking clean in Germany. I thought you're gonna be like, you're so weird, girl. But for a second, I thought about him. I was just like, doesn't that guy Samuel live in Germany? Such a freaking clean country. My God, everything is so efficient. Like the bathrooms, everything. You can like change the temperature of the water. Yeah, love Germany. Don't love him. And I don't think he's coming back anytime soon. Good. Yeah, let him stay away. Other continent. Yeah. Definitely ideal that he is not physically there, for sure. Yeah. I'm sorry, love. He's so awkward. He had his chance. I'm sorry about that. That's how he feels about the whole thing now. Thank you so much, love. Thank you. So you want to know how he feels about everything now. I just hate how a man can do something so stupid and ruin my... I don't think he's ruined your reputation. I think there's a lot of smart people who you work with who are not going to be easily swayed by whatever silly things that he has to say, untrue things that he has to say. Your reputation precedes itself. Your reputation is your actions, your work, your grace, your consistency, your reliability, your stability. This man doesn't have that power. He doesn't have that power. No way. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything between him and Wendy right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything between him and Wendy right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything between him and Wendy right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything between him and Wendy right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything between him and Wendy right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything between him and Wendy right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything between him and Wendy right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything between him and Wendy right now? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does Samuel feel about everything between him and Wendy right now? Okay. Alright, we have Two of Pentacles, Strength reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed, and King of Cups. He feels bitter. He feels very bitter. This is, and we had the Page of Swords reversed in the last reading. He feels very bitter. He feels extremely bitter. He feels that he was wronged. Give me a break, right? Like, come on. He still totally has a cup of love for you with this King of Cups. But despite that, he's doing his very best to just let go with this Four of Pentacles reversed. So that explains his, nothing explains behavior like that, but low-key kind of, he's bitter because he still has feelings for you. Yet he's in terms of action, he's doing his very best to let go of you, but you can't force that. When he was the one, exactly. You know, he broke your heart and he feels that you broke his. That's the ridiculousness here. Is he feels that you broke his heart. You gave him every opportunity. You gave him every single opportunity. And he feels that you're not attracted to him with this Strength reversed card. One gorgeous Leo. Is that Miss Diana? If that's Diana, girl, that's crazy because I was thinking about you tonight. That is so wild. Hey, girl, hey. He's probably annoyed that I reached out and tried to be nice. Possibly, but this Strength card also says, that speaks volumes about how confident the man is. You know, his levels of confidence. and his faith in himself and his abilities in himself. And he's just trying to keep things, he's just trying to work right now. Well, I hope you're doing wonderful, Diana. That is so cool that you came onto my channel. I hope you're doing great. Yeah, this Two of Pentacles, this tells me that he's just trying to hold things down on the work front right now. And when he has to work with you, it rehashes all of the difficulties that he's been having in trying to let go of you. It brings up a lot. It brings up a lot. And I'm not making excuses for him at all. The guy is a coward. Strength reverse. The man is a coward through and through. And you gave him every single chance. And it was his lack of courage, his lack of strength that prevented the two of you from being together. He didn't want to step up because he felt he couldn't meet up to my expectations. Exactly. Because of his own insecurities, you know. This is all due to his own insecurities. And that's not the man that you want to be with. And you know that at this point, you know, it's sometimes it takes just a little while to figure these things out, but you know that that's, you know, not the ideal. Yep. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, he made it your problem. He's telling himself, "Oh, she broke my heart. She broke my heart," when really he broke your heart. And he's too dim-witted to see it. He doesn't have the emotional wherewithal, the emotional maturity. You're very welcome, Wendy. He's trying to smooth over my work related. Absolutely. And again, this man does not have the power to ruin your reputation. Your reputation speaks for itself 100%. Okay, finally figured out how to send money to your PayPal. Oh, wonderful. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Miss Diana. Thank you, love. Thank you for your donation. And thank you, Miss Wendy. I'm sorry to hear you're going through all this. Yeah, I know that feeling. Okay, Diana, no problem. Yeah, no, I know that feeling where you just want to scream at someone. And it's cathartic. It's definitely cathartic. But it's best to just let this go with grace. You're you know, they go low, we go high. Yeah. He does not have the power to change your reputation, or sorry, to taint your reputation, I should say. Yay! Wonderful, Diana. Yeah, but I'm just gonna keep my space if they want it that way. Yeah. It's just a small contingency. It's not your whole. It's not every single coworker at all. You know, I would just. This will pass. This will absolutely pass, and you're gonna nail this project, and that's it. You're gonna nail it regardless. You know, that's what's important. I have been going through a lot of changes and need your guidance. You got it, Miss Diana. Diana, did you want a 15 card reading? Did you want a 10 card and a 5? Or did you want 3 5-card readings? Would it be a mistake if I leave Justin and take a chance with Bobby? Is Bobby the guy that you did? Is Bobby your ex, the one that took you to the cabin? Was that Bobby? Okay. And did you want this to be, how many cards did you want this to be? And he has been begging me to be with him. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I was, girl, it's weird. I hadn't thought about you for so long, and I swear I thought about you like 2 or 3 days ago as well. I was wondering about how things are going just in your life. 10 cards for this one. You got it. You got it. And what sign is Bobby? And what sign is Justin? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Diana, would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance with Bobby? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance with Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance with Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance with Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Would it be a mistake for Diana to leave Justin and take a chance on Bobby? I'm just not attracted to Justin, but I like Justin. Both of these males are Capricorns. I wish I could just mesh these two men together. Yeah, there's qualities about both that you appreciate. I can understand. Okay, let's see. We have Knight of Wands reversed, the High Priestess, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Swords reversed, Ace of Cups, Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands, Six of Swords, and Seven of Swords. There'd be a lot going on, girl. Justin's upstairs asleep. He's an okay guy. Super effing annoying. And the lack of manhood is unattractive. Yeah, but he takes care of you very well, and he treats you very, very well. I believe you've told me that. But I understand if you're not attracted to someone, you're not attracted to someone. That's just the name of the game. What I'm seeing here, if you were to take a chance on Bobby, would it be a mistake? Yes. Yes and no. Actually, yes, it would be a mistake. It would be a mistake. Bobby would enchant you for a while, but is not a long-term man and simply wouldn't be able to provide for you in the way that Justin can, which is something that I think that you're aware of. I am sure Bobby is crazy and Justin does treat me well, but damn, he is so annoying. I hear you. I hear you. There have been men who've wanted to give me the world and more, and I just can't take it because as great of a person as they are, if I'm not attracted, I'm not attracted. I can't fake it. You know, I would just show annoyance. Because if someone truly feels annoyed about someone's behavior, it's hard not to show it. And I see that you're totally not attracted to him in any single way or form with this Knight of Wands reversed. I don't know if this is a physical thing and a personality thing. I think it's both. I think that Bobby has the means to treat me well, but not the willingness as much as just. He definitely does, and I'm gonna get to that. He does not have the willingness. Um, he possibly has the means, but I do not think he has the willingness. Yeah, you're totally not attracted to Justin by any means or purposes, but you do value the man. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to like Justin. I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say, hell, if you don't really care about him, dare I say, love the man. With this Ace of Cups, you do value him a lot. You're just totally not into him physically, intimately, romantically. Maybe sometimes romantically, but when it comes to touchy time, I think you probably are like, oh man, you know. Yeah, yeah, I get that. I really get that. And this is what I'm seeing here, girl, with the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords. What does your intuition tell you? I know you came to me, but I do want to ask you what your intuition is telling you, because we do have this High Priestess. We have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is worries and insomnia. And if he found out about you and you and Bobby, I would be hard pressed to think that he wouldn't be very hurt, and his hurt would hurt you as well, because you don't want to hurt him. It would hurt you. It would possibly hurt you just as badly. And with this Nine of Pentacles and Seven of Wands, Spirit is saying that there's definitely a lot of value to this connection. There's a lot of growth, and there's potential for more growth between you and Justin. My intuition tells me that I need to walk away from both. Oh, he would be hurt. Yeah, he would be crestfallen. Yeah. I think I'm growing to love Justin. Yeah, and it's as we get older, I just turned 40, girl. I'm part of the 40 club now. I just turned 40 on Friday. As we get older, we look at love differently, and I think certain things become more important. And I know you love him. I can see it. I can feel it. I can sense it. And he loves you very deeply. I don't know what my intuition tells me sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, Spirit's saying there's a lot to defend here in this connection. It's not an easy connection to find. It's not perfect. It's not ideal. You know, I told Justin I wanted to be friends, and then started crying. Yeah. Yeah, because he just wants to give and give and give to you with this Six of Pentacles. But if you were to step out with him, with Bobby, if you were to step out on him with Bobby, he would likely walk away. I don't know if he would forgive you. I really don't. I don't know if he would be able to trust you again. With this Knight of Swords reversed and Seven of Swords, I think he would be very hesitant to trust you again and give you a second chance if things didn't work out with Bobby. With Bobby. Yeah. You're the second client I've had this week. I'm not going to say her name because you know her, but you're the second client this week that didn't say the B word about their partner. But yeah, like wish my man would man up. Wish he would be a bit more of a man sometimes. You know. Absolutely. Yeah. No, he would be very hurt. And in terms of Bobby, well, you still have another 5 cards. So you want to ask about Bobby with this question? How things would go with Bobby? Because I wasn't getting a super clear answer there. Because we asked if it would be a mistake. And they were talking more about your feelings and his feelings for you. JP is femme, talks way too much, super annoying. Aw, yeah. I hear you, love. I hear you. I guess let's ask about Bobby's intentions. Good question. Just his intentions, or do you want to do the thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread? The spread. You got it. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? When did he reach back out to you? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Bobby's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Diana? We have Nine of Wands, Death, the World reversed, the Chariot, and Ten of Swords reversed. Okay, wow. So, let's see. I have to donate more because I have another question. Yeah, totally, girl. He has been on my radar for a year, on and off, because I keep disconnecting and trying to make what I have at home work. He said he was on steroids when we first were together, and he wants to marry me now, like right now. If a man told me that he wanted to marry me, like right now, I don't know how seriously I'd be able to take that. But and you guys dated for like a month, right? I just wonder how clear his thinking is right now. But let's get to this spread. And this is my life. Every move is crucial right now. I'm afraid I will do the wrong thing. That's all of our lives. Every move is crucial. It's our lives from day one. But the move that we make is ideally going to be the most genuine one. Now, what I'm seeing here with this Nine of Wands, this is your general energy. You are very, very attracted to Bobby. You're very, very attracted to him, but you do have some guards up. One, there's Justin involved, and your good life with him, and two, things didn't work out the first time, for whatever reason. Now his general energy is repeating itself. He doesn't think this is over. He does not want this to be over. He's like, that. This is unfinished business. The Ten of Swords reversed. Whatever came to a close, he does not want to come to a close anymore. And look right here in the center with his feelings, with the World reversed. This is not over. His eyes are mesmerizing. Aw, yeah. He feels that this is not over. The story is not over between the two of you. He thinks that there is a rebirth on the horizon with the Death card. He wants this to be reborn. His intentions towards you, we have the Chariot. I do want some clarity on this, because the Chariot can mean one of two things. I think I know what it means in this context, but I just want to get some extra clarity. Yeah, he's not moving. he's not moving away from you. He's really forcibly trying to move towards you as strongly and quickly as he can. I wish it would have worked out the first time and we wouldn't be here. Yeah. And so he's blaming whatever transgressions happened or whatever happened between the two of you on steroids. He's in a different mental headspace. He's in a different headspace now. Yeah, everything I'm seeing here is, baby, this isn't over. Whatever, like, I know that things came to a close in the past. I can't, that is something that's very, very difficult for me to accept. That's some, not me, but that's something that's very difficult for him to accept. Like, 3 of those cards there were all about, like, this is not over. Like, I can't accept the fact that what we had came to a close. Well, it would be a mistake in the sense that you would be breaking the heart of someone who loves you and who you love. Now, do you love Bobby? And does Bobby love you? I think you guys are in love with each other, but I don't think you know one another to know if you really, really love one another. And that's, I could be wrong there. You can correct me, Diana. Feel free to correct me. But that's, I sense intense lust, intense desire, intense infatuation, wanting to strike that match again and get that, the sparks still there, but wanting to share that spark with you, you know. No, I do not love Bobby. I just like him and like being around him. He is very manly. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that you can't grow to love him. And that doesn't mean that he can't grow to love you. Love takes time and growth. He is very masculine and it's so attractive and he smells so damn good, my goodness. Yeah, when a man smells good, woo, girl, yeah. If I really like a guy, like, I will often steal his cologne and like spray it on like a tissue and like keep it. I'm a freak. Like, I love when a guy smells great. Yeah, it's that's a really good sign. I think what I'm wondering is the potential, or I don't know if I should call it the potential for Bobby to treat you right, or Bobby's intentions on how to treat you, or what, or how Bobby would end up treating you, you know. Because just because it would be a mistake in the department of Justin doesn't necessarily mean that it would be a mistake with Bobby. But what I am seeing is intense infatuation, which, like I said, love takes time and growth, so it's always a gamble there. I'm just not sure what to do. On one hand, I have this masculine, manly, attractive guy that didn't work. On the other hand, I have a man that takes care of me, loves me with all. Yeah. He's a goofy goofball, goof troop. Goof troop. Don't like that. Yeah, I hear you, love. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I feel you, and I've been there. I've had to leave someone who was good to me, but it just wasn't working anymore. For sure, love. No problemo. Thank you so much, love. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. All right. So what do we want to ask here? I think a good question would be if you were to give Bobby a chance. Excuse me. If you were to give Bobby a chance, how would things go? Or that. The spread for Justin, you got it. Excuse me. This is crooked and guiding bananas. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guide. You want to do something else? Change your mind. Okay, so how do and how do we want to ask it? Sorry, I just got hot all of a sudden. How what would the potential be like between you and Bobby if you were to date? Yeah, if you were to start dating Bobby, how would the potential go? Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, if Diana were to start dating Bobby, how would it go? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how would it go if Diana were to start dating Bobby? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how would it go if Diana started dating Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how would it go if Diana started dating Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how would it go if Diana started dating Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how would it go if Diana started dating Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how would it go if Diana started dating Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how would it go if Diana started dating Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how would it go if Diana started dating Bobby again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how would it go if Diana started dating Bobby again? Oh, thank you, love. You're so sweet. Thank you. End of the day, I'm like, but thank you. That's so kind of you. Or how would the relationship go if I leave Justin for Bobby? Yeah, yeah. How would things go if you were to date Bobby again? We have Nine of Pentacles reversed, the Fool, yeah, the Hanged Man, Ace of Pentacles, and the Hermit reversed. Okay, so definitely some good potential here, and it's what I was talking about earlier with this Fool card. There's definitely a lot of good potential here, and I'll get into that. But there is also a little there's also a gamble. There's also a little when we take a chance with anybody new, even if we've dated them before, and they've changed and turned a new leaf. It's still not guaranteed that things are going to be fantastic, but Spirit's also not suggesting that you don't go forth. I'm not hearing that. Um, we asked if it would be a mistake if you were to leave Justin, and I think mistake. I don't know if that's the operative word so much as a very painful endeavor, And we had that Nine of Pentacles upright with the first question. Now we have this Nine of Pentacles reversed. Yes, you would lose that growth that you have developed between you and Justin. At the same time, you would be in a different position. You'd be seeing things from a different perspective. You'd be with a new man, a completely new man who you see in a completely different way. Like you said, they're like almost complete opposites. One's more mask, one's more femme, one's more talkative, one's more stoic. You would be seeing things from a completely different way. And there's definitely a lot of potential here for a good start with the Ace of Pentacles. I do think that I don't think he's BSing you. I normally, and I do still question when a man immediately says, "Marry me right now," or "I want to marry you immediately." At least I would if a man said that to me, and has said that to me. It's hard for me to take seriously. But I'm definitely getting a level of seriousness with him. I want some clarity with this Hermit reversed here. Yeah, it's not going to be as loving. That I will have to say. I'm not. I just noticed this myself. There's no cups here. There's no cups here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, but we don't have the Ace of Cups. I think that this could have a strong foundation, but the Hermit reverse, when we're talking about romance, is usually a feeling of loneliness or a feeling of romantic rejection. And I'm not saying that he's going to make you feel lonely or rejected, but I think with all the attention that you've been used to getting from Justin, it's going to be very different. It would be very different with Bobby. I almost called him Brian for some reason. It would be very different from Bobby. He's, again, more masculine, not as expressive. Okay, good. Won't be as loving as. Okay, so it's a little too. If the loving is too much for you, then this is probably more ideal. I mean, it is important to know here the lack of cups, you know. But it is also important to note the strong foundation that this does have the potential to have for sure. The new perspective, the new life that you would be having, embarking on operative word there with the Fool. A new journey altogether. Yes, there would be loss with what you've grown with Justin, but at the same time, there's still also very good potential with Bobby. But I need some love. I'm a Leo, and I like the admiration and the dedication. I was just thinking that you are a Leo girl, and you are a woman after all. I mean, some women don't like a lot of attention, but a lot of us do, and especially Leos. Love admiration. Love. If you tell a Leo that they look great, they'll pretend they didn't hear you. They'll be like, "Sorry, what did you just say?" They want to hear it again. You know what I mean? I've dated enough Leos to notice this pattern. Yeah, they love compliments, even the men, and just signs of affection and lovingness. He's a Capricorn. I know they're both Capricorns. Capricorns can be closed off. I'm a little surprised that Justin's not. On the other hand, Justin is way too touchy and loving, just all over me all the time. It's overbearing. Yeah. Whereas there might be, it could be the complete. Either it could be a happy balance with Bobby, where it's not 100%. It's like all over you all the time, but satisfaction, or the only concern with this Hermit reverse that I have is him possibly getting lazy over time, maybe being very affectionate at first and then slowly waning with his affections. I can't explain it, Sophie. I'm just all over the place. If I were more attracted to Justin, I wouldn't mind. Of course, you love Justin. I can tell. I can tell you love him. But it's just not. It's not the romantic. He's not your romantic archetype that you're looking for. He's not. I don't think he's the type of man that you imagined yourself being with. Which doesn't mean that he's not the man that you are supposed to be with, or should be with, or shouldn't be with, or not supposed to be with. He's definitely good to you, definitely loves you, you definitely love him. So I know it's a really difficult decision to make here. Yeah, because that attraction really matters, and I've definitely had friends and clients that were in situations where it's just like, oi. Yeah, of course, absolutely. I forget what question I just said, but you remember it. So whatever I just said, I'm more than happy to answer that. Yeah, absolutely, no problem. And thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, love. All right, let us see. Is Justin the man you are supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is Justin the man Diana is supposed to be with? Yeah, well, if you ever want to do the soulmate reading, we can directly ask your spirit guides if he is indeed your soulmate. If you ever want to do that. Let's see. Is he the man you're supposed to be with? We have 8 of Swords reversed, the Moon reversed, the Hanged Man. I'm sorry, this deck. What is this? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Wands. This is telling me that, and this is a really difficult thing for me to say, I don't think there's any one specific man for you to, no, this looks good. It looks like he is someone who would be good for you to be with long term. Is it absolutely perfect? No. But is any relationship absolutely perfect? No. I can't think of a single one that is. Some are better than others, but most, there's usually good and there's bad, or concessions that need to be accepted, or different things. I do ultimately see him. I see that he sets you free in a lot of ways. He relieves you of a lot of burdens in your life with this Eight of Swords. But with the Moon reversed, it's like you also feel in the dark. As much as you do love him, there's this nagging feeling in the back of your mind, like I want more than this. There's more than this that I want here. I want a change of perspective. I want to see things from a different perspective, even if it's just in changing, which he can't do. He is who he is. We can't change people. We can't. I mean, if you asked him to change, he would probably try. He would do, I think, anything for you. But I mean, you can't really change being that type of a person into not that type of a person. It's just the way he is. But Spirit does say that he is supposed to be in your life. With the Wheel of Fortune, he's and he brings a lot of goodness into your life. And this is definitely something worth defending. This connection with the Seven of Wands. But again, with the Hangman right in the center, they do acknowledge that in an ideal world, yeah, you would blend the two men together. He is a child and needs to stay in a child's place. Yeah. I mean, he seems just very much in love with you and giddy around you. He does seem emotionally mature, but I don't know. He does just seem very, very in love with you, and enamored with you. And Spirit's definitely saying that it's a good thing. It's a good thing. What you have is a good thing. Is he the only man who you are supposed to be with? I would say no. There's a lot of different men on this planet. Is there a man out there that would be better for you? Yeah. Is it Bobby? Possibly not. It might not be Bobby. It could be someone you haven't met. That boy is definitely not emotionally mature. Is he really not? He emotionally mature in the sense that he takes care of you. He's there. It sounds like he's there for you emotionally. Maybe he's not. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. But it sounds like he is there for you emotionally. And at least in terms of taking care of you and your needs, but okay, so he's a good, I was going to say he takes care of your needs. Okay, so he's a good provider. He's an excellent provider. But when it comes to your emotions, your needs, your wants as a woman, and you've talked about this before, long ago, girl, this channel is going to be 5 years old in like 2 weeks. I'll announce the birthday party, the anniversary. But many moons ago, I was reading for you when you were dating Dusty Dustin, and you were saying that he didn't make you feel like a woman. That was your main contention was, I can't feel like a woman around him. I can't feel fully seated in my divine feminine energies. And I'm wondering if you're experiencing a repeat with Justin. I think if I were to leave him, he would hurt me. He would be irrational. Do I think he would hurt you? I don't think he would hurt you. I don't think he would try and harm you physically. You've seen him do stupid shit. I think he would cut you off completely. I could see him talking shit about you behind your back for sure. For sure. Especially if y'all know, I mean, he's friends with the family. I could definitely see him talking some mad shit about you and pulling the rug out from underneath you and not supporting you at all. That's how I feel with Justin as well. Yeah. That you can't fully embody your divine feminine. And that's something that you require in a relationship. It's something that a lot of women require in a relationship. The ability to feel like a woman, you know. Yeah, that's very fair. So yeah, you can't change people. I don't know. I would give this a little more time. I'm very femme woman. I love a masculine manly man. It's so attractive. Yes, yeah, you love that you know what's the word I'm looking for? The contrast between the masculine and the feminine. Yeah. No, I hear you. 100%. Dusty Derek. Oh, not Dustin. Dusty Derek. Dusty Derek was bisexual, so the sex was great, but that was it. Gotcha. Yeah. And then he left you also feeling like less feminine. Yeah. I hear you, girl. I hear you. You want a man who makes you feel like a woman. You make me feel. I actually listened to that song today. You want a man who makes you feel like a natural woman. And it shouldn't be a lot to ask, but there's just, even with women, there's more masculine ones of us than feminine, and just it runs the gamut. But yeah, so I don't know. I would definitely give this more thought, more time. I don't think there's. When we broke up, I got a full panel. I got to thinking, what if this fool been busting it open? Yeah. You never know. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did that and took care of that. Yeah, that's always a risk too. So, but yeah, no, I think yeah, you're definitely in a pickle there. A lot to think about. Everything turned out great, so that took pressure off me. Good. That's wonderful. That's the best news of all, for sure. That is good. Good to hear that you are safe and everything was okay. Yeah, he was not worth the worry at all. So yeah, definitely, I definitely see you're in a pickle, and I hear you. I don't I have more faith in Bobby than I did at first. You're very welcome. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely give this more time, obviously, to think and if you need, rewatch the video and hear the messages again. But there's definitely a lot to go off here, and you got this, girl. You got this. It's a lot to think about, a lot to take into consideration, but it's your life. It's your life at the end of the day, and you deserve the best. Thank you so much again, Miss Diana. I knew you were on my mind for a reason. There was something going on. I remember I was waiting for a train, and he popped into my head. This was like 3-4 days ago, and then right when I went on tonight, I thought about you. I like Bobby, but don't want to hurt Justin. This all just like, yeah, I hear you, love. I've been in a similar pickle. I've been in a similar pickle where it's like I really don't want to hurt this person, but there's also this other person I'm interested in. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's a hard decision, but I trust that you'll make the right one. And like I said, I definitely have a lot more faith in Bobby than I did at first, for sure. Well, thank you again, love. Much love and light to you. You got this. Bobby was damn near in tears when we talked tonight. He seemed so sad, and I needed some clarification. Oh, yeah, yeah. I really get some sincerity from him. I really do. Um, yeah, but I also think that he'll be patient and respect your time and to make a solid decision here too. You know, of course, girl. I just came back from my vacation. I won't be on tomorrow. I probably won't be on tomorrow night because I have my class. Um, but Thursday I should be on. Yeah, I'll be on. I'll likely be on Thursday. And you can always reach out to me on Instagram, of course. Thank you so much, love. Much love and light to you, girl. I'll talk to you soon. And I've been on for a little over 2 hours, so it's that time of night where I'm going to do a last call for any and all donations. Like I just mentioned to Miss Diana, I will likely not be on tomorrow night. So if you do have a question that you need me to answer this evening, I am here for you. Not a problem at all. And we can get to the bottom of things. And I can probably still get to the store and get myself some melatonin because I'm still jet lagging. I'm still jet lagging. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Last call, everybody. Last call. If you have a question, please just send in your donation and I will happily read for you. Otherwise, I will not be on tomorrow. Got a doctor's appointment in the afternoon and a class in the evening. I got some reading I need to do. So yeah, will likely not be on tomorrow, but I will do my best. Last call tonight, everybody. Last call for all donations. Thank you. Last call, everybody. Last call for all donations tonight. Thank you. I have no cheating on you, so you're the only one I trust with these questions. You have no cheating. Oh. Oh, you're so sweet, Diana. And even if you went to other readers, that wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. But that means a lot to me, love. That means a whole lot to me. And I know we have. I normally don't say this, but it is like I know, not to hurt your feelings or anything, but I hadn't thought about you. I hadn't seen you for a little while, and like literally like 3 days ago you popped into my head. And then right when I went on, you popped into my head. So there's some kind of connection there. I knew you needed my help, so I'm here for you, love. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I read differently. A lot of readers don't read reversals, and I think, I mean, there's some readers I really, really like, and then there's some readers where it's just like, I think you're just telling me what I want to hear, you know? And hey, if that's their business model and that helps them sleep at night, that's fine, but I want to give people real guidance, and that's what's most important to me. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to call it a night. Looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Much love and light to all of you. It was really good seeing you tonight, Diana. I will talk to you again soon. And like I said, I don't think I'll be on tomorrow, but I'll be on Thursday most likely.